Beijing or
Right.
contacts that you've had here with the Chinese embassy?
We would encourage the Chinese government to put their best face forward during the Olympics. The world is going to be watching, and it's an opportunity for China to allow greater freedom of expression, greater freedoms for journalists to report on events in China during the Olympics, and great application of those fundamental human rights that we have talked about.
What U.S. would think about the possibility of...
We would urge the Chinese government to engage in dialogue with the Dalai Lama, that he is a man of peace, he is a man of reconciliation, that he could be part of the long-term sustainable solution to questions surrounding Tibet.
Prime Minister Gilani moved to release the justices and judges, and it would appear that they are likely to be restored.
As to what happens with the judges going forward, whether or not they return to their judgeships, that is completely a decision for the Pakistani political system to arrive at in the context of their laws and their constitution. We're certainly not going to try to interpret those laws or constitution for them, nor are we going to try to dictate to them what they should or should not do in this regard.
How much space is there for actually talking, whether it's negotiating or just talking to those people?
Right. President Musharraf has been a good friend and a good ally in a variety of different regards. And prior to the imposition of the measures that he did, the extra-constitutional measures that some have talked about, he had Pakistan on a fundamentally different course, a more positive course in our view. And it's good that Pakistan has now returned to that.
Who was in this boat and why it was approaching the vessel?
A cargo ship that was contracted by the U.S. government, by the Department of Defense, to transit U.S. Department of Defense materials passed through the Suez Canal. There was apparently an incident. We are working at senior levels of the Egyptian government. Our ambassador is working with senior levels of the Egyptian government to understand what happened. And the reason why you want to do that is you want to make sure that it doesn't happen again. At this point, I think we're still trying to get a good timeline and sort through all of the facts. But like I said, we're working through this in a cooperative way with the Egyptian government so that these sorts of things don't happen again in the future.
For an incident that was maybe not necessary?